So as politics are changing in the UK, all of a sudden there is this news story on Russia Today about the young upstart Liberal Democrat leader, Nicholas Clegg, saying that his family hails from Russian aristocracy, and his great-great-grandparents or something have this huge pyramid in their backyard. So let's take a look at that video clip.
The leader of the UK's third main political party, it's only since this election campaign that Nick Clegg has become a household name, and he's also being hailed as a genuine Russian aristocrat. Clegg's grandmother was a Russian baroness, and her mother was the daughter of an attorney general in the Imperial Russian Senate.
The family is of Polish origin and became prominent in Russia in the first half of the 18th century, after one of Clegg's direct ancestors married a sister of a Russian count, who was married to the Empress Elizabeth of Russia.
Like many dispossessed Russian aristocrats, Clegg can even lay claim to a tumble-down estate in modern-day Ukraine. This is Beryozova Rudka, where there's still a two-story mansion and, extraordinarily, a pyramid. It was built by Clegg's great-great-grandfather. Locals are understandably proud of the structure.
There are only two like these in Europe. Tourists from all over Ukraine and the rest of the world come here to see our pyramid. That's why we take care of it and clean it from wild bushes.
Some time ago, bulldozers came and tried to demolish the pyramid. They tried and tried, but the structure didn't even budge. This shows that it was built to last.
Inside the pyramid in Beryozova Rudka, there is a cross-like vault with 4 niches. Once there was an altar with a large Orthodox cross, memorable in the middle. The internal wall surfaces were painted with biblical characters on one side and with Egyptian-style frescoes on the other. Outside, the initiator Zakrevsky told to cover the pyramids with cement to look as if it were covered with plates. For the construction of the pyramid, a hewn local brick and granite, including materials brought from Africa, were used. Let's see, there's a 3-story building. The 3-story building was the chapel, the entrance to which was guarded on the south side by an angelic sculpture, which was actually a statue of the winged goddess of fertility and motherhood, Isis, brought from Egypt by the estate owner, the ambassador of the Russian Empire in that country, Ignatiy Zakrevsky, and the patriarch of the family of the British co-prime minister right now, Nicholas Clegg. When he died in 1906 from a heart attack, his daughters embalmed the father's body and transported it to Beryozova Rudka to bury next to his parents in the family pyramid chapel. The family pyramid chapel. So this gives you kind of an idea of the people who are leading our world. So let's not rush to conclusions and say that they're necessarily evil. See if you can get, these evil people, supposedly, or even any kind of, corrupt, power-hungry people to get together and be on the same team for one time. One person's going to try to take it over, and it's going to be a mess, and it's going to be ridiculous. So I don't have simplistic views about this whole thing, and I don't think you should either. Seek out the truth, keep finding, and I think you'll find that these Illuminati types, these secret society types which control the world, this ritual chamber could have been used precisely as that, as a chamber for magical ritual and ceremonial magic. And these are the kind of people that rule our world. So, there's a famous quote from Benjamin Disraeli which says that the governments of the present day have to deal not merely with other governments, with emperors, kings, and ministers, but also with the secret societies which have everywhere their unscrupulous agents and can at the last moment upset all the government's plans. So, again, it's not that these secret societies are necessarily bad or evil. I feel they function like the directing agent, like the pineal gland of the human frame of society, in order to steer it in a direction which is reflective of the level of human consciousness, whether they're doing this consciously or unconsciously, and push it one way or the other, like you have this Masonic checkerboard of duality underneath society in all directions. So I feel that they're merely the agents of that, and I feel that the Masonic movement across the world is the dispersion of occult truth and occult understanding throughout the entire world, and that's not a bad thing. You know, it's not a bad thing that we have these people who are living in magical consciousness, and perpetuating this magical philosophy and the secret society philosophy. So before you just jump to conclusions, make sure that you take a deep look at it and study, study, study.